and welcome to Kogi in Focus, your weekly review of happenings and development in and around Kogi, Nigeria's confluent state. I'm Oluwatosin Osuji. In today's edition, Governor Bello insists there's no hiding place for killers in Kogi State, promises justice for killers of Ibira cultural icon. Kogi State government promises increased attention on saving the lives of prematurely born babies. And on the streets, we beam our searchlight on World Television Day and the TV's effectiveness in present-day Nigeria. These and more when we return. Don't go away. Kogi State Governor Bello has once again warned that the state will not be a safe haven for killers and other criminals. Governor Bello handed down the warning when he paid a condolence visit to the families of Ibira culture custodian Yusuf Adabenege and his driver who were killed last week in Oro along the Okene Highway. During the visit to the families at Obehira and Upogoro in Okene local government area of the state, Governor Bello told family, friends and fans of deceased to remain calm and avoid taking the law into their hands in the form of reprisal attacks. He said the law will eventually catch up with the killers.
Moments of sadness and stuff, that a young man who has been doing his best to assist the masses, the youth, across the length and breadth of Kogi Central was murdered in his cold blood. I have sent a sound message across to my people to remain calm, to remain resolute. Government is enough and capable to fish out the perpetrators. Nobody should take laws into their hands. They should remain calm, and by the grace of God, there shall be peace, there shall be security, and tranquility in the land, in the central, and in Kogi State, and indeed in Nigeria. I did admonish all the youth across the land to ensure that they continue to live peacefully and be law-abiding.
He condemned the killings and offered a reward of 100 million naira for anyone with information leading to the arrest of the killers. He also promised a 5 million naira reward and necessary safety for persons with information that could lead to the arrest of kidnappers, armed robbers, and anyone in illegal possession of arms and ammunition.
You'll be well protected with the ransom of 100 million naira. On your one. Why are not supporting so divi? Enukoro divi. Ana wala. Ana shoda nate. Ananya pana. Do whatever. Walk time. Yetresan. Did to kileze is often did verify and 5 million naira per person.
The chief imam of Government House Mosque, Ibrahim Onu, called on the people to shun evil and also offered special prayers for the deceased. Kogi State civil servants have started receiving checks for their outstanding salaries following the takeoff of the table payment system. Workers across the state have begun to appreciate the motive behind the new system, describing it as a must in efforts to beat the ghost workers syndrome.
It's going to check the excesses of the lingering issues of ghost workers and what have you. Secondly, I think the governor himself has come to realize or has come to imbibe the pains of his people, and he really wants to see that things are done the right way.
If he continue with that old method, he may not get the accurate staff, and in as much as he is trying to use this method to get the accurate staff in the state, it's a welcome idea.
We welcome the idea, and the way they are going, we're all satisfied. It's a very good development.
The screening is going on now. It's the best so far. Yeah, and it's going on smoothly without no problem.
Also, there's been arguments on some persons who are on the cleared list but not receiving salaries. So, due to the, it was discovered that as a result of the table payment, Those who have been on the clear list and not be receiving salaries, some unscrupulous elements have been diverting their funds. But with this particular table payment, everybody comes and collects his or her own salary. It's a welcome development, and the governor is taking the right step at the right time.
This is what we call head count. It is the beneficiary of the money that will come live and direct. You will be counted based on available documents, civil service document. At the end of the day, you'll be screened, and at the end of the day, your check will be given to you directly. So the issue of underpayment, overpayment, percentage is completely out of the place here.
The screening is better than all those ones we have been doing so far. The way I assess it is the best. Very, very good.
Workers sure of the genuineness of their employment status are encouraged to come forward to claim their checks.
That is if it is their father's money. If it's their father's money, they come and claim it.
But other people that they had it and they refused to come, they were not a civil servant.
The government said that if they can produce the ID card and the letter from the permanent secretary or the director of the agents they belong to, they can come forward, and the death certificate, they can come forward for the money.
I think the people that have received check are people that are really workers, while people that have not come to get their check are people that are ghost workers.
The modalities for checking documents of people was very fast. But coming to the bank issue, that's where we have problem. We will have loved to prepare the old methods, because in the old method we used to have banks, our money credited into various bank accounts, and we can instantly access them. But this one is cumbersome because you go to the banks, you see a lot of crowd there, making it very difficult for persons to access the funds.
The state government has also given the go-ahead for deceased workers' next of kin or family members with genuine proof of relationship to collect outstanding payments. Kogi State residents have frowned at recent quality of service delivery from mobile network service providers across the state, especially the capital, Lokoja. They say the epileptic service has taken its toll on business activity, especially online-related businesses, which could not access the internet throughout last week.
A friend that was coming from her journey from Port Harcourt to this place, when she got to Lokoja, there was no EID-EL network for her to communicate to me. It was affecting her, but because I know she was coming, I have to go to the junction at Natako to wait for her. Any bus that is coming, I have to go and check if she's among the vehicle that is coming. So it has been very bad. I don't know where the fault is coming from. Is it because from the network, the networking people, or because of the state? I don't actually know, but they should do something about it.
Okay. There are two people who are involved in this problem. The government, number one, then the network, the owners or the people who brought the network business into this country. So, and both of them, if the government is generating revenue from them, so they also, the network people should be able to give us the services which we demand from them. I think the government is in the better place to solicit for the masses to put things in order so that we can enjoy it.
They are arguing that the tax they pay is to the federal government, and the state government too are asking for the tax. So the refusal of people to pay tax has made the government to shut down the network. So I think the state government and federal government should agree on themselves on who the tax is supposed to be paid to. So when we pay the tax, there won't be any problem and there won't be any disturbance.
It's been very, very bad. A lot of people have been finding it very difficult to make calls, call their loved ones. You know, we actually in a festive period, and a lot of folks have been traveling in and out of Kogi State, and for those traveling out, those that are here, you would have to call your loved ones. Okay, have you reached? Have you gotten to your destination safely? But since there's no network here, it makes it very, very difficult to call your loved ones over there. Okay, so many people are into online businesses. There's no data network, so it makes it completely impossible for them to carry on their businesses.
Since this this is a business that have, we can say, business that is going on between the consumers and the suppliers of suppliers of the network. So they should improve on it if there is problem.
Kogi in Focus findings reveal that some networks are picking up, but the situation is far from ideal. Kogi State Government has promised to continue supporting non-government organizations in the business of reducing the death rates of prematurely born babies. Aides to the Kogi State Governor, Moses Okezie, who made the call during the Tiny Beat Heart initiative to mark the World Premature Babies Day in Lokoja, said this is a matter dear to the Bello administration.
I am aware that there are some facilities in our healthcare facilities in the state for this special group of humans. But it will be our plans and joy to ensure that we get more of those facilities installed, more of the personnel to handle them trained.
Chief Executive of the Tiny Heartbeats Initiative and Chief Press Secretary to the Kogi State Governor, Petra Akinti-Onyebule, who narrated her experience, said beats of support here and there will go a long way to ensure the survival of premature babies.
About 15 million babies are born preterm every year, and that should call for concern. In Nigeria, there are close to 1 million babies that are born preterm, and not all of them make it. So this day is set aside to commemorate the day, honor the memory of those babies who did not make it, but also to tell parents of premature babies, wherever they may be, in neonatal intensive care units, in special care baby units, at home, wherever they may be, that we root for them, that we support them, and that we are hoping that very soon prematurity will be a thing of the past.
The medical team at the event offered tips on how to manage premature births.
Premature babies have peculiar problems which require peculiar attention. They require hospital-based care, home-based care. And in addition, in order to achieve optimal results, there is need for partnership between the hospital and the family. So there is this need for partnership. The world is moving towards family-based care, family-centered care now. So there is need to involve the family at every step of care of these babies. That way we will achieve the best results for these babies. So but when you know that you have hypertension, you have diabetes, you have all this, you are a sickle cell patient, when you are planning to get pregnant, you will inform your doctor so that you can be adequately prepared to carry that pregnancy.
We need more hands, and we are lacking in that. Secondly, we need equipment. We thank God we are having few incubators in FMC, which is serving the states. And we believe if the state hospital can also have the number of incubators that FMC is having, it will go a long way in our taking care of these premature babies.
Because it's an avenue to know that even if you have a child who comes premature, there is hope for the child. At least I've come to know that there are specialist hospitals that can take care of this child. We have incubators that will help preserve this child to when they are fully grown.
To me, it's not demonic. It's just something of circumstance. Nobody pray for it. But in such situation, we just have to accept the fact and just stay by the person. Advise the mother and the mother of the child and just do everything that you can to do it.
Beneficiaries of the initiative expressed how timely helped save their babies' lives.
We are not even expecting the baby at 6 months, 1 week. But when the baby came, in one way or other, my husband has an encounter with Mrs. Petra Akinti. And then, as God will have it, God used her and then met some of our need at the time of the baby in the hospital. My advice, the first thing for a mother of preemie to do is to have patience. Because without patience, you cannot care for a premature baby.
I stayed in the hospital for 4 months. He came out at rate of 1.05, and we were discharged after 4 months. He is now 2.8. So to the glory of God, I'm thank God for the help of God and his healing and deliverance over my daughter's life. In fact, we were grateful to them because they gave our children t-shirts and they encouraged us to be helping us once in a while.
The Tiny Beat Heart in recent times has been round hospitals across the state to cater to babies born prematurely, especially through the provision of incubators to various hospitals. If you are just joining us, this is Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of stories that made headlines in and around Kogi State in the last 1 week. For your information, contributions, feedback, and advert placement, feel free to contact us through the phone numbers and social media handles displayed on your screen. Here's good news for our viewers who subscribe to Star Times. From December, you can watch Kogi in Focus on the Star Times platform on NTA Lokoja Channel 12. We will keep you further posted on this development in the days ahead.
Nigeria's confluence state, the country's melting pot, where almost anything and everything can happen. From the governor to the farmer, from politics to entertainment, from the economy to sports and tourism. We've got you covered on these and a whole lot more on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of developments in and around Kogi State. Stay abreast with what you need to know on Kogi in Focus on your channel of choice, Africa Independent Television. Kogi in Focus, reaching everywhere, informing everybody.
Every 12th day of the Islamic calendar month of Rabi al-Hawal, Muslims around the world celebrate the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. Many believe that the Prophet's birthday is worthy of celebration, which is why Muslims in and around Kogi Central converged on Okene in honor of the revered Prophet. The guest speaker, Ali Tamasani Ahmed, speaks on the significance of the day.
So we gather here to commemorate, to give thanks to God for giving us the blessings of the Prophet ﷺ, who guided us from darkness to light, both in affairs of this world and also in the affairs of the hereafter. You will hear the various attitude of the Prophet ﷺ. In this celebration now, his patience, his love, his peacefulness is what is being preached today. You know that even in the recent times we have a lot of insecurity, right? And it is completely un-Islam. It has nothing to do with Islam.
Some Islamic scholars use the opportunity to call on the people to play politics with the fear of God, adding that elections should not be a do or die affair.
I want to use this opportunity of the celebration to tell the Muslim Ummah that now that the election is around the corner, what you would do is you get your PVC and be ready to vote for the candidate of your choice, but make sure you vote for the right candidate. But it's not as if as a Muslim you should not vote, not like that, but make sure you have your PVC and then vote for the right candidate of your choice.
They also made it clear that there is no connection between Islam and terrorists wreaking havoc within and beyond Nigeria.
They are not part of Islam. Islam never teaches us to hurt anybody. Even a fly, you do not hurt in Islam. So Boko Haram cannot be part of Islam.
They don't have any base on Islam to portray what they are doing or to support what they are doing. In fact, what they are doing according to Islam, according to Quran and Sunnah, is totally against Islam.
I don't think they are even Muslims, because to be a Muslim, you need to keep to the commandment of Allah, you need to forbid what Allah has forbidden, you need to agree with whatever Allah has agreed with, and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. That is whatever hadith of Prophet Muhammad teaches. That is what we should follow. You should not kill, you should not steal, don't backbite, don't destroy, don't fornicate, all sorts of sin. As you can remember in the 10 Commandments from Bible, just as God sent to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, called Moses, that is how it is in the Quran. Whoever go against all those commandments, you are not a Muslim.
Only indication, in fact, when you take
a fellow being's life, hell is your abode. If by mistake you say, I want to kill, you have not killed, though, you are already part of hell. So how can a Muslim be a killer? A Muslim cannot be a killer. Boko Haram is different from Islam. Islam is all about peace and unification, protection of human race. Islam even advises us, your neighbor, even if he's not a Muslim, has to be protected.
Boko Haram, as they be, they may be true Muslim. Because of all the true Muslims, they need happiness. Happiness with peace. They know they kill person.
Muslims across the state capital and other parts of the state also joined the celebration, but say elaborate merry making is not a must.
It's all about faith. For those who are Muslims, they will celebrate. It's all about faith. It's just of recent, because of the declaration of the holidays, that people are even becoming aware of Maulud. It's a recent development. Okay. It's a recent development. Okay. So it's a good day for us.
And the significance is that this is a kind of sober reflection, that is a remembrance of the birth of Prophet Muhammad, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But as for me, I don't believe anything of that such, because when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was alive, was on this earth, he never one day celebrated what is called his birthday or Maulud, as the case may be.
Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca, part of present-day Saudi Arabia. This is Kogi in Focus. Time for this week's views from the streets. World Television Day was celebrated last Wednesday, November the 22nd. We sought to know from the people how effective the TV has been as a means of information, education and entertainment, and what more needs to be done to enhance its effectiveness, especially in the rural areas of Nigeria.
Before you can encourage the rural people to use television, you'll have to provide them with the electricity that they will use for the TV.
TV has improved on the side of education, science, technology, and even these days, because of the advent of the internet, TV is so common to everyday life. So in the life of Africa, especially in the African sector, it can greatly improve life generally. TV is part of life and you can't rule it out. So it's just important that the whole world today should develop to a point of making sure that TV gets to every rural area.
Please, the advice that I have for the government, they should reduce the price so that people can advertise they can go there and advertise their goods and advertise their schools.
You can see that olden days then they use antenna, they will put it up, but now we are no more using antenna, we are developing. So my advice to government is they should bring more equipment so that we can modernize more modern age right now.
Television is very cool because we have positive influence of television in the society. Television has helped us so far, so I think it's worth celebrating that. We should just work on trying to make those things available to them, and it shouldn't be too costly. Like, we should make the ones that they can afford to be available. That's just it. Because I think their problem mostly is money, how to pay, how to buy those stuff. So, and if we have people that are privileged, they can help them by just giving some of them.
The negative aspect of television is really child our youth these days. It's really affecting us, especially the children, because if they focus more on watching of TV, they might lose concentration, especially in their studies.
Television is used also for entertainment. But we hear videos of music, thereby taking music to the different level. Because I mean, music is only audio. I know that music industry have been where they are now.
The importance of television helps in creating awareness, advertisement, and any news that are important. I don't think so, because television is like very, very useful. It's very useful to our community, and I don't think it will be of extent.
No, most of them in the rural area are poor, you understand. Majority of them are, let me say, 80% of them did not have TV of 18. But the only aspect I know that it can help is that if government can provide all these projector, all this big board, you understand, in some rural area, it can even bring some information to them, and again they can know more and more what is happening there.
And that's our package on Kogi in Focus this week. Join us same time, same station for a fresh 7-day review. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get additional updates on development in Kogi State. Till I come your way again, I remain yours truly, Oluwatosin Osuji, asking you to go out there and continue doing to others what you want them to do to you. Have a great week.